Everybody, it is Renox here, and today we are going to do a recrawl back on one of my older videos that are created probably about a year, maybe a bit more than that ago. It's the class is the Warship craft beating the HMS Bullet. I'll put the link in the description and also put it on top as well, just so you can see that, check it out. This is going to be the part 2 version of it, so basically all I'm going to do is try and see if I can improve from my last test. I believe, I'm just trying to find out what the speed was of it. I believe it's 195.2 knots. So we'll try and improve. I don't know how well it would work. So usually last time I used these single basic holes. So now that I'm a bit more experienced with how this game works in a way, I'm going to prove it by using a singular 3x2. And we're going to just make it like that. I'm going to use the same front kind of angle in the sense that, so it should actually be the other way around then. In the sense this gives it a bit more of a feel back for the old version, and I'll also use the same colour system as well. So I believe I should have yeah, what's the difference between a deck and a thing? So that's the weight and stuff like that. Okay, so that's heavier by 30 tons, so we've just got to be very, I think it's got to be light, so it has to be one of these then. Okay, so last time it was a bit longer than this, I'm sure. It's actually, no, we'll put one of these on. One of the smaller holes, as we're going to put the engine on, so the propeller, and also a rudder as well, and then we'll just put the top hole with the 3x2s. There we go. So we'll also do the red as well, so we'll use the composite colours. Just bring it back to when it used to be. I'll put gold leaf there. So apparently last time it didn't work unless you put the angle onto it. So we're also going to put the bridge stuff onto it. I don't know why I did it last time, but we're just going to see if the game actually still allows you to do this, or if it got updated and they changed it off. So it's all a work in progress really. Okay, so that seems about right for what it used to look like. And the only difference between this one and the last one, as you can see in the video, if you watched the video of last time, the only difference between this one and the original is that we're using a 3x2. I'll keep making sure I say that to specify what has changed during the video. We're still going to use the gas turbine, of course, and this is like the same, I'm sure this is about the same length or something, or it's just like a little bit shorter. Okay, so that's what we have a problem with. It's trying to do like a whale flop or something, I don't know what the hell that's doing, but... So let's make it longer. Let's try and make this a little bit longer. I'm still going to use a 3x2 to match that up, and a 3x2 across, and I'm still going to use the single holes, and the engine's still going to be the same, and the same rudder, and we're still going to use the same sides as well, so nothing has changed for the sides. So this should be the exact length, I believe now. Last one was just one of these smaller block lengths. Oh, it's all in red now. Okay. So now it's a bit more oh, there we go. It's going right up to speed. It should be at. It's maxing around 193. Sorry. Between 7.7, 0.8, and 0.9. So it's just a bit slower than the last one, but then again, the bridge here was further back. So if we change that, let's see what actually happens. So if this goes back one, and then we increase, because there should be another bridge module, one of these ones here. I don't know if that will change a damn thing, but okay, now that it's straightened out, it's not trying to belly flop anymore. It's slower, just from adding one little thing, but it's actually increasing now. Oh, it's increasing a lot. Okay, so this is nearly the exact same as the original design, except from using the 3x2s, and it's maxed out at 190. Look at that flipping angle, 194.4 knots. So it's still about 0.8 knots slower than the original. So I want to just see if the gas turbine actually the most suited for this, because it's only a medium power. So let's say if we use a lower class boiler, so it may be it's still much taller. We could just actually look at the weight difference between them. So that weighs 100 tons. That weighs 600 tons. So this is going to be surprisingly different, as one only weighs a little bit less. Well, 500 tons less. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Let's just see if it just balances out first. Because it's still got to work out that it's very heavy at the front, and it's giving so much power in the back. This is interesting to say the least. So we'll remove the lower class. Okay, so we've got to find something that's still 600. We've got to find something that's lower in weight, but still has the same power. See, that's 500 tons less. We could use an aircraft carrier boiler, but unfortunately that has to go on the side. It can't go on front. Brings about. So that's just worse. You just don't even bother doing one of those. You've got to have a gas turbine, really. Unfortunately, I don't think that having two gas turbines actually does anything. It just increases the weight. We'll just see how this pans out. If it levels out, then we'll actually get the speed. But unfortunately, I don't know. I don't think this is going to work. Okay, so nothing still happened, and it's been a few seconds. No, nothing is changing. I don't think it's going to work out. So let's try and change the front up a bit. So last time we went for oh, go away. We had a more of a blocky front. Let's have a look at more angled blocks. Not blocks. Holes. So we'll use the 5-6 holes. So if anyone wants to replicate this to see if it works on theirs, it's all there for you. And we'll have to use one of those holes. We'll just get the composite red as well, just because it matches the whole thing. Yeah, just paint the whole blimmin' ship in it. Except from the bridge, that looks awful when it has that red. Okay, so it's now got a more angled front, so of course it may weigh a bit less. I don't actually know if that's true. Is it going to level out or is it not? If we slow it down and just slowly increase the power, maybe it might work a bit better. Okay, so slowly increasing. Okay, so that's done a bit better. It's done 0.2 knots more from just angling the ship a bit more. So that seems alright, actually. So just angling a ship's hull means it weighs a little bit less. What is, in fairness, actually probably going to be correct. So let's just have a look at what the difference between my hull design that I had before. So using these weigh 30 tons. So think about that as 260s, yeah? To having both pieces. This is 50, so you're losing 10 tons over the two the two individual whole pieces, so there goes a bit more weight. These weighed about 30 ton. Using this was 10 tons, so that completely just disregards the need for it. So if we try, I don't know if this will work, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to change the back end and prove how it functions. Okay, so we need to stop and just do that again, because we're increasing the speed too fast for the ship to cope. Okay, so we're going. Okay, so it is starting to bubble, but at this low, this is not even the max speed yet. It's already managed to beat the last one by about 3, so 0.3 knots. So if we do increase it to the max, there we go. We have managed to do it. This is the truth now. By about 0.1 or 0.2, and I can see a 0.5 knots coming up on there a few times. So that's 0.3 knots at max, 0.1 knots at minimum, more than the original design. So from just decreasing some of the weight in certain places, also trying to remove certain aspects, this ship is now managing to beat the original's HMS Bullet's speed. So thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it in trying to beat the HMS Bullet. It seems to be pretty good that we've managed to get to the ship to that speed. Just looking back on all the video, I have tried to angle the ship before, it seems. So I don't know what went wrong last time then. If it was only going to 100, it was going to 191, so it decreased when we angled it before. So maybe just trying to angle it a bit more. Oh wait, is that? Oh no, that's still the speed. So maybe just angling it a little bit more would probably increase the speed more. So like what I'm saying is remove this front piece and then just making it more of a aerodynamic shape. Aerodynamic, water dynamic shape. So yeah, actually, do you know what? We might have time for more. So let's go and do it. Let's try it out. I want to see how this works. Yeah, you're not going to like that, are you? So we'll just use the same whole technique, trying to lower the weight. The problem is we've got to make sure that the same length of the ship is maintained. Of course, because if it's any shorter, it just bobbles up and down like a whale. So we definitely need to keep the weight, sorry, not the weight, the length of the ship the same. And this is all just trying to beat the last one. If we can get more likes, I would appreciate it. You know, you've still got to beat 138. So you've still got a long way to go. But I will make sure I link all these across to the last video and link it across to this video as well. And it would be greatly appreciative if you actually did subscribe and maybe just keep a little bit active just to see if I can do any more. So there we go. This might be the final test. So it's doing about 80 knots already. So let's just slowly increase it. Okay, by middle thing, it's managed to just, no, it's not going well. Okay, so we'll try that again. You can see because the power has increased too rapidly. I think if we did that, it's just going to, yeah, we're going to have a whale effect. Yep, done. Okay, so we're just going to leave it there. You know, I'll sort it out another time. But thank you guys for joining me. You know, greatly appreciative that you watched the last one and got